Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss a theory that if it ends up being revealed as the truth, it will be a blockbuster revelation, honestly, to the entire foundation of Wes Craven's original Scream trilogy, and we'll see ripple effects all the way to Scream 7. So, let's get into this huge potential reveal right now. Let's go.
It's David Arquette, Dewey from the Scream movies, as you know. Remember, there's only one rule to surviving a horror movie, and that's subscribing to Craven Something Scary.
So I want to give a quick shout out to one of my subscribers and members of my channel community, Shanta, for planting the seed in my mind about this great theory. Thank you, Shanta. Now, we're always looking for connective tissue between the Scream sequels, especially with characters like Stu Macher, Roman Bridger, Kirby Reed, and Angelina Tyler. Plus, there are others out there as well, of course, but for this video, we are focusing on Roman Bridger. Now here's what we know for sure. We know that Roman is coming back, and the way he's going to come back is most likely through either A, a flashback, B, AI, some type of deep fake, C, his voice on a new voice changer, D, in a dream sequence, or E, all of the above. So those are really the most likely ways of how he can return. And my personal hope is that it will be all of them. Although I'm okay without a dream sequence. If we don't have to go there. But I'm okay if they do, as long as it includes a flashback scene, AI, and hopefully his voice in a new voice change. But the bigger question to me still remains, what new information will we learn about Roman? Now, this theory I'm going to share is one that would reveal some substantial new information regarding the past. I think would be a lot of fun if they did this. So here's the theory. Number one, what if it was Roman who was the actual grand mastermind of Scream 2? So remember, Roman worked for Sunrise Studio and was possibly even Milton's son. You never know. It's possible. But either way, he could have been working with Nancy Loomis and overseeing things to ensure all went to plan. For example, Roman could have been the one to ensure that Phil Stevens got the pair of free tickets to the showing of Stab at the theater. Roman could have had those tickets hand delivered to Phil in his dorm room directly, with some story saying, hey, congratulations, you won this ticket, you were selected, blah, 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 blah. All kinds of ways to do that. But the point being, it would ensure for 100% that he would get those tickets, knowing that, broke college kid going out just on a date, free tickets to a brand new premiere. He'll take his girlfriend Maureen and they'll go on a date. And that's exactly what happened. Now, another thing that Roman could have been involved with was, working for the studio also allowed him access to specific Stab items, which this would explain how the Stab Ghostface costumes were already waiting at the theater as giveaways for everyone in attendance. And I believe Roman did this so that the audience would be running around in costume which provided a perfect cover for Mickey to be hidden in plain sight and get away from the crime scene unidentified, because everybody's got Ghostface masks on. It's perfect. And remember, when Phil and Maureen first entered the theater employee said the costumes were sent over by the studio. So Roman could have been behind that entire setup, guys, for Maureen and Phil. Tickets and the costumes, everything at the theater. This would have gotten the ball rolling for all of the events that followed it in Scream 2. And there's another reason why I think Roman was involved. Now, number two would be this. I'll just say it first and I'll explain it. So I believe that Roman was the ghost face in the bell tower at the very end of Scream 2. Now you may be asking me, what are you talking about in the bell tower? Well, there was a deleted scene, was not actually put in the final edit of the movie, but Wes shot an additional scene where we see Sydney walking out. This is the very end. She's walking outside right before the end credits, and it shows that tower, the clock tower, which we're all familiar with. But in this scene that Wes did not put in as the final edit was a ghost face standing in the clock tower. So as it's panning up, there's Ghostface. Wait a second. We have a cliffhanger ending. There was another Ghostface involved that wasn't revealed. And that Wes had it shot and everything. So, knowing that Kevin had a third killer planned for Scream 2, it just makes sense that it would have been Roman engineering it, looking over everything. So I believe all of this ties in perfectly to the idea of Roman being the mastermind of the entire Wes Craven trilogy and being involved in 1, 2, and of course his grand feature, which was 3. So, this is a theory that whether you like it or hate it, it's completely plausible. And it would make a lot of sense if they were ever to reveal this theory as what happened on the past. It would completely tie up that trilogy with Roman Bridger, and I think it would be amazing. So those guys are my thoughts on this theory. I hope you like the theory. But you know what? This now brings me to my favorite part of every video, which is finding out what you think and what your ideas are about this theory of Roman being connected in Scream 2 as well, and being the ultimate mastermind behind Wes Craven's original trilogy. Now remember, the only way I'm going to know what you're thinking right now is if you're leaving comments in the comments section below as I'm speaking this moment. I love reading your comments and I love your theories. And listen, guys, I want to engage in a discussion. So please enter your comments right now about this theory and what ideas you may have about Roman and in general and what we might see in Scream 7. Well, guys, that's going to be all for this update, but I will be back soon with more Scream 7 updates and other horror movie content as well. So don't forget to please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. I would greatly appreciate it. So until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.